ทางเพื่อนมาขอโอกาสจากหลวงพ่อเจ้าค่ะเพื่อนเห็นหลวงพ่อที่ในเฟซเพื่อนก็เลยอยากมาสนทนากับอาจารย์เจ้าค่ะโยมเคยมาครั้งที่ตึกตรงนี้อยู่เจ้าค่ะ
เคยเหรอ
เคยมาเจ้าค่ะ
นานแล้วเนาะ
นานแล้วเจ้าค่ะ
จำไม่ได้ So how can I help you? Where are you from?
I just I'm really glad to meet you. Long time I'm just to come to see you. So I got a chance. I said I can go. I got a chance now, so I said I can go and just meet you.
Where are you from?
I'm from England. I'm Indian, but live in England.
Oh, okay.
In Manchester.
Okay. And how long have you been here in Thailand?
Nearly a month.
A month.
For 15 days. Last 15 days I'm in the temple.
Where?
วัดป่าภูกระแทงหลวงพ่อทองพูนเจ้าค่ะ
ที่มาเมื่อวันเห็นขึ้นมา
เมื่อวานเจ้าค่ะรถเต็มเจเลยไม่ได้มาด้วยเจ้าค่ะ
Okay. So what do you want to know?
I need to learn more meditation and more Buddhism.
More meditation?
No, I'm saying more Buddhism.
Buddhism. Yeah, ask me the question you want to know. Huh?
I never asked before. I don't know what to ask, but.
What kind of work you do in England?
I used to do supply wines and beers on the restaurant and pubs and clubs. Last 5 years, I just sold my business and just changed. I did 17 years,
Yeah.
And now I'm just doing bits and bobs like forex trading.
So have you been to the monasteries in England?
Yeah, one in Manchester, in Bolton.
But not to Harnham, Newcastle, or London, Amravati, or Chithurst?
No, I've never been there.
And for 5 years you stopped selling?
Stopped selling alcohol.
And drinking alcohol?
No, very, very occasionally, not regularly. In England, drunk and drive very strong government, so can't drive with drunk.
Well, one glass of beer. Germany the same. You have a wife and kids?
In 15 I had a divorce, so there's the breakup, so I have to sell everything and go. I got one son.
You've got one son?
Yeah. Now he's 21.
Oh. So, how long have you been divorced?
2015.
7 years. Your wife was also Indian, no?
In England. No, he's Indian, but all I live in
England. Yeah. So what do you want to do with your life?
I can't make any decisions. So I need to learn what to do in my future life.
I mean, from also, when you were brought up in an Indian family, or
Yes.
Your father and mother were Indian.
But all are my father most of time live in England.
Yeah, doesn't matter, but they still give you the culture of Indian culture.
Yes.
So, I mean, you know about rebirth. Yeah. You know about kamma.
Karma, yes.
Yeah. So, whatever you do unto others, others will do unto you.
Yes.
And whatever others do unto you, you have done unto others.
Yes. But that's
Difficult, I know. That means whatever happens to you, be it good or be it bad, I mean, that is your karma.
yes, end of the day I have to pay. So now 5 years I'm thinking how to clean my bad karma and thinking good karma coming in the many years, coming years. So
yeah. Cleaning the mind, the first thing is, how to clean the mind is keeping the 5 precepts. Yeah? You know the 5 precepts, huh? Not harming any living being, not taking what is not given, no sexual misconduct. Yeah? That means not only when you're married having a second wife, yeah? But also the relationship between employer and employee is also sexual misconduct. Yeah? Between father and daughter, yeah, it's also sexual misconduct, and teacher and student is also sexual misconduct. No lies, no harsh speech. Yeah. Yes, it's comfortable. Yeah. That's the 4th precept. And the 5th, no alcohol, no drugs.
I don't smoke, and up to now I've never
Smoke is okay.
No smoke, no alcohol.
Weed.
No weed. No, I don't. Up to now I never try. So
drugs, yeah. But beer and wine is also alcohol, yeah.
Occasionally, not regular. I don't drink regular. When I'm in India as well, I don't drink. And sometimes like Christmas, yeah, some parties, birthday parties, something like that, but not regular.
Yeah. Even if a little bit, I mean, one does things that one regrets later. One says things, that are not correct. Yeah. It's all this. The 5 precepts. Yeah. Why do we have the 5 precepts? If we keep the 5 precepts, that guarantees us that we can come back as a human being. Yeah. We don't want to go and be born as an animal. Huh? We don't want to be born as a ghost. Yeah, and we don't want to be born as a demon or in the hell realm. There are lots of people in the hell realm. And we have been to hell. Very often. So the 5 precepts is our basis, yeah, from where we can start the meditation. And meditation is about, there are two parts, yeah. It's samatha, yeah, and vipassana. And samatha is getting the mind calm. So we use either anapanasati, yeah, or we use word puttu. And whenever the mind goes out, we just pull it back to the puttu, or just pull it back to the breath, knowing the breath goes in, knowing the breath goes out, knowing that the breath is deep or shallow. Yeah. เข้าใจภาษาอังกฤษไหมไม่เข้าใจฮะ
ไม่เข้าใจเจ้าค่ะ
อยู่บ้านอยู่ไหนพี่น้องบัว
ในหนองบัวเจ้าค่ะ
ปกติ ปกติไปวัดปูกระเทแล้ว
วัดป่าภูกระแทเจ้าค่ะ
Yeah, and we do this, until the mind gets calm, until there is no more thoughts and there is no memories coming up. When there is no more thoughts and no more memories, there is no future, there is no past. There is no worries, there is no loneliness, there is nothing. There's just happiness. However, when we get out, everything is the same. Nothing has changed. That's why we need to use vipassana. And vipassana is investigation. And what do we investigate? First we investigate the first khandha, rupa. Because there are 5 khandhas that we are attached to, or that we like to play around with. That's rupa, vedana, sanya, sankhara, vinyana. So that is the body, that is feeling, that is memory, association, and thoughts, and consciousness. We use it all the time. It's also twofold. But they are not me, they are not mine, and they are not myself. They don't belong to me. The body isn't just a body. Just like when you drive a car, the car is the car, and the driver is the driver. And the chitta is the driver. And the chitta drives good or drives bad, and that's how the car looks then. And that is how our body looks, If we take care of our body, the body looks good, if you don't take care of our body, the body looks bad, But not in this life, It's the result of our previous lives, that make this body, That is the problem that a lot of people don't see. I mean, whatever we have done in our previous life, we will receive in this life. And whatever we do in this life, we don't get it, We will receive it in our next life. It takes time to ripen. Some of the kamma ripens relatively fast, and other kammas, take very long to ripen. So this is something that we have to understand. Even now, even now, if we are very generous, that doesn't mean that we get rich, But in the next life we will get rich, if we are very generous, But people don't want to wait. They go to the temple, they give some money, and when they go out of the temple, they buy lottery tickets, เข้าใจไหม เมื่อไปที่วัดแล้วทำบุญนะทำบุญที่วัดนะเวลาออกจากวัดแล้วซื้อลอตเตอรี่แล้ว เป็นไปไม่ได้ ถามชาวนาวันนี้ก็ปลูกข้าวก็ตอนเย็นก็กินไม่ได้เนาะก็ต้องรออย่างน้อย6 เดือนนะปุญก็บาปนะที่ของเราสั่งมาก็ต้องรอชาตินะเข้าใจไหมอาจจะยังไม่เข้าใจมันอาจจะเข้าสมองแต่ยังไม่เข้าใจ ยังไม่ลงในใจ So that is that is the most important thing. The 5 khandhas, always remind yourself, feeling, I mean there is a feeling. We say I feel like this, I feel like that. No, there is a feeling, and it arises and ceases. All these khandhas arise and cease. Thoughts arise and cease. They are not me. They are just around, just like these, just like the trees, they grow and die. Our body grows and dies. So, why do we attach so much? But we attach also to our car. We have a car, we love it, and we don't want any harm to it. But sooner or later it goes broke. It breaks down, and then we repair it a few times, and then it cannot be repaired anymore. Then we have to throw it away. Just like with this body. How old are you? 45 or 50?
57.
57. The older you get, the more often you need to go to the doctor. Yeah? And sometimes, you need to go to the hospital, and then you have an operation, and then they open your body and take one part out and put a new part in. It's just the same way.
Like that, yes.
So, this attachment to the body, yeah, it is the most important thing. And so when we do Vipassana, we investigate this body, the attachment to the body. Yeah? What is there? Yeah? Put it in front of you, or get out of the body and look at the body, and see that the body is not you. Just like, you get out of the car and look at the car and say, I'm not the car. Yeah. But the problem is we were born in the car and we die in the car, and then we think, of course, we are the car. And everything in this world, turns around the body. We do everything for the comfort of the body. Or for, we take medicine because there's pain. And we eat food because there's the pain of hunger. Yeah, and we drink because there's the pain. Yeah, and when we drink alcohol, there's the pain of bad feelings. Yeah, that's why we drink. Yeah, we don't want to know these things. Yeah. So we don't want to know the first noble truth, yeah? Dukkha. Yeah? And the first noble truth is dukkha. It is all discomfort, is ease, pain, suffering, whatever you call it, yeah? And very small restlessness, even the restlessness, is dukkha. Yeah? And the better we understand the first noble truth, the more motivation we have to find the way out, yeah? The second noble truth is, where does the dukkha come from? From our desires, yeah? Wanting something or not wanting something, yeah? People think only, wanting something, creates dukkha. Not wanting something, yeah? Creates dukkha as well, yeah? That's why you separated with your wife, yeah? You don't want to see her anymore, or she doesn't want to see you anymore, yeah? That's a form of dukkha, yeah? The third noble truth, is just a happy statement that there is an end of dukkha. And the fourth noble truth is that what we practice, what I told you before, yeah? Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Yeah? Sila, the 5 precepts. Samadhi, the ability to concentrate, yeah, on one point, yeah? Be it the breath or be it the Buddha. Yeah? And Panya is wisdom, developing wisdom through investigation with Vipassana. So what do you need to know? Now you can ask questions if you have any.
How can I come out from my all this dukkha?
What?
How can I come out all this my dukkha?
Yeah, we have to go through dukkha.
All this suffering. Not
what?
Suffering. Suffering.
Suffering.
Yeah, suffering. How can I come out?
Yeah, suffering, you stop first of all, you stop with samatha, then there's no suffering. Yeah? Where does suffering come from? It comes from feelings, it comes from thoughts, and it comes from memories. So if you stop thoughts and memories, there's no suffering. Yeah? And then you go back, once you're calm, then you investigate it. Yeah? Most of the suffering comes from our body. Yeah? Yeah? Well, from our body and senses. There's something that we like to see, or there's something we don't like to see. There's something we like to hear, and there's something we don't like to hear. There's something we like to eat, and there's something we don't like to eat. Yeah? Yeah? It's most of the time it's the senses. It's the senses of touch. It's the senses of, yeah? All these things, yeah? So you have to investigate it, yeah? Yeah? So, if there's suffering, then you say there is suffering, and what came before suffering? A thought. Which kind of thought? What kind of memory? What came before this thought, yeah? So you have to roll back, until you find, yeah? In England, you don't have avalanches, yeah, but if you go to the mountains in Switzerland, you drop a stone, and then it rolls down. With each rolling down, it takes on snow, huh? And the sooner we catch that stone, the less suffering we have, yeah. If it rolls down the whole hill, I mean, it just blasts us away. Yeah? Yeah? And that is suffering. Yeah? So you have to find it out as soon as possible, when it starts, and it comes very slowly, when you meditate, when you are aware of what is going on, then it comes very slowly, and then you can just replace it with Buddha, or replace it with your attached with the breath, with anapanasati. Yeah? And then after a while you investigate where this comes from. But sometimes you don't have to investigate, you just accept it and let it go. Yeah? I mean, it's a longing, it's a desire, for things that you don't have. Yeah? Huh? I mean, when you reach Upachara Samadhi, there's nothing that you desire, because you're complete. Yeah? Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, when you go back, what is it that you desire for, and what does it bring? You never investigated, whatever you do, what kind of results does it have? We just do things. Yeah? Just like little children, just play around, yeah? And they never check out, if it has some good effect or some bad effect, yeah? If it is a wholesome action or unwholesome action. Yeah? And this we have to see, yeah? Otherwise we constantly stumble in a hole, yeah? Huh? It's just like, in Manchester, on the block where you're living, the street to your work, they just opened a big hole, opened the street, and because you walk for 20 years always the same way, you will always fall into this hole, yeah? Because you don't reflect, maybe I should go another path, yeah? And then I don't fall into the hole, yeah? So we do things, but we don't reflect about it. So a very good way, how to be able to see what we are doing and what kind of results is a daily reflection. Huh? Where we go, after our meditation, when we get calm. Yeah? I mean, we let the day pass by. Yeah? So, what kind of thought, what kind of memory did I wake up? What did I do then? With what kind of feelings, memories, or thoughts? Yeah? And so on, until we come to the present moment. Yeah? And then you see the result. Yeah? But you don't want to. Yeah? Yeah, but this you have to force on you. Yeah? Otherwise, nothing will change. Yeah? Yeah? If you always go the same way, you always fall in the hole. Yeah? Yeah? So you have to, yeah? For people you're living in the lay life, this daily reflection, if they do it, I mean, it is the most helpful. It gets lots of things out of the way. Not everything, but a lot of them. So you can live much easier, because you see what you're doing. Yeah? People don't see, they are blind. Yeah? That's why the Lord Buddha said, open your eyes. Yeah? No, I don't want to see. Yeah? When you live in Manchester, you don't want to see these beggars, I mean, on the street, yeah? Huh? You look the other way, huh? You don't want to see the suffering of other people, huh? Huh? Or you don't even want to see, suffering, if your parents are still alive and when they are sick, you don't want to see it, yeah?
My parents are both.
Both. Well, you hope that they are there. Maybe they are down there and wait for you to come down as well. Huh? We don't know where the people are going, most of us. So that is what you can do, yeah? I mean, you sit or do walking meditation. When you're in the monastery, you have a walking path, yeah? I mean, you just walk this path and, so this path I want to be with the breath or with the Buddha, yeah? At the end of the path, before you turn around, said, was I with the Buddha, yeah? And then the next thing is, okay, this next path, I'll be with the Buddha. Yeah? You have to get the mind calm, otherwise you don't see anything. It is opening our inner eyes, yeah? I mean, the outer eyes are open all the time, yeah? But Yeah? The inner eyes is closed there. Okay?
Can I take one picture with you?
Yeah. When are you going back to England?
In end of the April.
End of April.
Yeah, I go for a month, 1 month in India, and then go back.
Your relatives are still in India.
Yeah. My one brother in Gujarat.
Gujarat, where is it? Northern India?
It's
Middle.
yeah, not too far from Bombay.
Bombay.
No,
I heard these names, but I can't locate them. But,
do you know now Indian Prime Minister
Modi,
where he's coming from?
Bombay.
No, fine.
Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, give him the books, about. Did you take the book?
These are maybe a bit.
No, I will take it.
Huh?
These are maybe a bit difficult.
Oh, that's okay.
Straight from the heart.
Yeah, straight from the heart is also not very easy.
I mean, sorry, life of inequality.
A life of inequality, yes.
Straight from the heart.
Next time, if I want to come down here directly,
Yeah.
so how can I
You just come.
just go?
You just come here. It's over. That is the nice thing about in Thailand, when it is a real monastery, you just go. Okay?
ขอบคุณมากอาจารย์เจ้า
Thank you.